am not constitutionally inclined to show weakness or ask for help. Well, on the night of Friday, January 13th, 2017, I was struck by an automobile while walking in a pedestrian crosswalk. I was just walking along, and all of a sudden I hear this terrific bang. And my first impulse is to look around and see where the accident is, because man, that was loud. Only I can't seem to turn my head the way I want it to go, and my eyes feel funny in their sockets, and the streetlights in the distance are roller coastering and twirling around my head, and whoo, everything goes still. And I'm on my back with my arms outstretched, and my glasses are by my hand. So I pick them up and I put them back on my face, and with that familiar gesture, my mind starts moving again, and I think, I'm on my back, I'm on the ground, I'm on pavement, I'm on my back on the road, and that bang was me, and I've been hit by a car, and I freeze. Because even in that moment, I am taking good care of myself. I know all my first aid and CPR, and I know that in sudden trauma, my brain is not going to be accepting any nerve impulses from my body. I have no idea what could be wrong. I'm not moving. Now, at some point during all of this, the hood of my jacket has flown up over my head. So I have this very limited fur-trimmed arc of night sky that I can see with some streetlights in the distance. And into my little private movie screen comes the driver of the car, young guy in his 20s, white as a ghost. He says, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And I say, "I don't know." And he says, "Well, can you get up? Can you walk?" And I say, "I don't think I should do it." And he says, No, you're right. Don't move. I'm calling 911, but I got to turn the flashers on my car, but I'm calling 911. I'll be right back. And he disappears. And then into my field of vision comes one person after another, and they're all asking the same questions over and over and over. It's, "Are you okay? I don't know." Or, "How are you?" And I think about that for a minute, and I surprise myself. I say, "I'm scared." "Are you okay? I don't know. How are you?" "I'm scared." "Are you okay? I don't know. How are you?" "I'm scared. I don't know." And I'm really, really scared. And this one woman stands in front of me, and we lock eyes. And her entire face is saying, "Oh yeah, you ought to be scared." But she stays there, and she holds me with her eyes. And then finally, somebody somewhere over here asks a different question. They say, "Hey, is there anything we can do for you?" And now, at this point, I am shaking uncontrollably. One, it's a very cold January night. And two, first aid brain to the rescue, I'm probably going into shock. And so I surprise myself again, and I say, "Yes, I'm going into shock. Does anyone have a blanket?" And another voice somewhere over here says, because this is Vermont, "Oh yeah, I got a sleeping bag in my car. Hold on." And within seconds, it seems, 14 different hands are lofting this magnificent, soft, fluffy sleeping bag down onto my body and tucking it in gently around my shoulders. And I'm still shaking uncontrollably, and my body heat is rapidly warming the air under this bag. And in that moment, I am acutely aware of the contrast between the warmth of that air and the chill of the asphalt underneath me. And then another woman, she kneels down next to me, and she leans in, and she says, "Hi, I'm a doctor. How you doing?" And I say, "I don't know, and I'm scared." And then I say, "What kind of doctor are you?" And she says, "I'm an OBGYN." And we laugh together in this moment. It's amazing. And then she also says to me, "Hey, is there anything I can do for you?" And again, I say, "Yes. Can you get me a drink of water?" And she looks at me a little funny, and I know she's thinking, sudden, trauma, sudden thirst, not good. And I say, no, you don't understand. It's just, okay, I've ridden in ambulances before, and I just know as soon as the EMTs get their hands on me, they are not going to let me drink anything for hours while they evaluate me, and I'm going to get so thirsty. And she says, "You know what? You're right. Hang on." Disappears, comes back, and as she's unscrewing the lid to her metal canteen, she looks at me and she says, "You know, I probably shouldn't be doing this." And I say, "Oh, absolutely not, but thank you." But then before she can actually figure out how to get the water into my mouth without me having to raise my head or turn it, the ambulance arrives. And then, while the EMTs are doing their thing, you know, does this hurt, does that hurt, what's your name, where do you live, I hear, way back over the top of my head somewhere, my friend Susan's voice. Susan, whom I was crossing the street to go meet that night for a drink. And Susan calls out in this voice that is simultaneously utterly terrified and thoroughly disgusted, "Annie, is that you?" And I holler back, "Yeah, Sue, it's me." And she winds her way through everything that's going on. She stands in front of me and she says, "Hey, would you like me to ride in the ambulance with you to the hospital?" And I say, "Yes." And she does. And I have to tell you, as they are lifting me up to put me in the back of the van and I'm looking out at everything and everybody, I'm of two completely different minds, just split right down the middle, right? On the one hand, I am deeply frightened and embarrassed. And on the other, I am madly in love with my species. And I don't know much, but as we all of us go through the weeks and the months and the years ahead together, and we're all feeling as though we don't know if we're okay, and we're all feeling a little scared, I just hope you can remember something. We are good people. We are. And you don't have to wait for a car to pop you 8 feet across an intersection to allow yourself to be vulnerable, to start saying yes. And for whatever it's worth, I love you.